So, recently I've realized a lack of connection. It's like there's a hole where I think I'm supposed to be feeling something. When I look at the wild roses, the lodgepole pines, the rocks and trees and dirt and shrubs, and maple trees, of course, maple trees. Your plants don't love you, you know? The first step in getting someone to like you is to know a lot about them. Say their name in conversation, remember important dates, act like you are 100% totally absorbed in every single thing they say and do. I guess I've realized that there's a gap where nature should love me back. My best quality is how committed I am to self-improvement. Remember, if you work really hard, you can also be better. Sri Lanka is an island country colonized by the Portuguese, the Dutch, and then the British. Local plant life includes jacaranda and coconut trees, breadfruit, medicinal oranges, starfruit, and mango trees. Jacaranda trees originate in South America. I remember my dad remembering their flowers, and I've looked at images online. You can learn a lot from Google Maps. Remember, if you learn enough about a place, it's almost like you've been there. Once someone starts to like you, it's important to remind them of you as often as possible. Scent is the sense most definitively tied to the production of memory. But the more senses engaged in an experience, the more likely it is to build up grit until the familiarity is easily turned into fondness. It works both ways. Remind yourself of them by borrowing their shampoo, wearing their clothes, covering your body in the same scents and textures. Mango's easy because it's popular, which is good. The more people like a thing, the easier it is to find. I've decided that maybe I just need to spend more time. Let the trees I remember from my dad's stories know that I'm thinking of them. There are two ways that plants are useful. One is as visual reminders of some kind of something outside of our bodies, and two, they're things we can consume. Knowing how to eat the plants in places you travel to and from is an important part of feeling that a place belongs to you and that you belong to a place. I haven't seen a breadfruit at the grocery store yet, so it's okay to make bread pudding instead. Part of really doing your best is remaining flexible in your execution of strategies. I've never seen a firefly, but I think they'll like me when I do. There are a million ways to make more places to call your own when you already start with everything, like send away saliva genealogy tests, international retreats, and the drippy sweetness of imported vacuum-packed hams. I'm not feeling it yet, but I will be. Imagine remembering the image of orange trees at night. They're vibrating with the glow of luminescent bugs looping through limbs and over skins. Isn't it beautiful? The next step is to remember their memories as if they're your own. Our brains are made of plastic, and soon you'll think in parallel shapes. It is beautiful, isn't it? In an emergency, anything can be rearranged into a nicer shape. Every tropical island is the same. All flat packed like deli meat and IKEA furniture, big leaves, bright colors, ocean breeze. Oh, it's so good. I love travel agencies with glossy brochures. How else could you believe that starfruit are shaped like actual stars when you cut them into slices of bland flesh? Bitterness is an unattractive quality. Everything and everyone are at their most beautiful when they don't love you, and never will in exactly the right way, but you're still pretending that they might. Sometimes I stand in the drugstore and stare at the scented products. Soaps, oils, washes, candles, fragrance melts, cream, lotion, leave in, wash out, rub into your skin with your finger pads. I imagine it's like looking out at the jungle or the forest, except that I know all these goos better than I know any trees. You can buy anything, you know? The final step is to fill all the gaps between you and someone else. Things that remind them of you in exchange for things that remind you of them, so that your shelves and your drawers and your hearts are full. It is always better to be full. I have whole islands of memory that isn't mine. Recently, I heard someone say that they think it's creepy when customer service representatives say their name too many times in a single interaction. Like the moment you realize that the elevator music actually has words and now they're stuck to you in these loops, catching and burning over and over. We're not really friends, you know? I just want the plants to like me back. On the larger scale, I'm not sure we really know anything at all about the universe and the planet and all the things that are growing in and out of, inside, on top of the dirt. There are millions of species and billions of stars, and naming something doesn't seem to bring it any closer. Your plants don't love you, but you know that.